I had an extremely successful book signing this past weekend, and I want to tell you why it worked. My friends at Alexia Events invited me to sign books for 2 hours at MegaCon in Orlando, Florida. During those 2 hours, I sold and signed more books than I usually sign at an all-day signing. There were 3 things that I believe made those 2 hours so successful. One was that my books were well matched for the readership at MegaCon. The majority of big book signing events lean strongly towards romance or romantasy. When it comes to fantasy, MegaCon attendees are likely to lean more towards Game of Thrones or Six of Crows or the Stormlight Archive. Those are my readers as well. Being at an event where I was well matched to the crowd was a game changer. Just about everybody who came to my table bought at least one of my books, if not one of all of them. That's the second point, which is numbers. MegaCon is a huge event with tens of thousands of people attending. For this special Book Nook event, they only had 3 authors at a time signing. That created a pretty concentrated funnel, and I'd almost call it a fire hose, of readers finding my table and being interested. And the third thing that contributed to how well I did is that when I'm at a book signing, I don't try to sell a book to everyone I talk to. When people come to my table, I talk to them and try to find out a little bit about what they're interested in. I'll answer questions and I'll tell them about my books, but I never try to hard pitch to them. I don't want people to buy my books unless I have a pretty good feeling that they're going to enjoy what I've written. So I talk with them about other books they like, and I'll tell them related things about my books, but I never try to push my books on them. If I find out they like Leigh Bardugo's books, there's a good chance they'll like my books as well, so I'll tell them that. And on the other hand, if I find out they only like Sarah J. Maas books, there's a good chance that my books wouldn't be a good match for them. And that just comes through naturally in the conversation. They'll know whether they should be buying my books, and they'll have a better experience visiting with me because I leave that decision in their hands. And by not doing the hard sell, by leaving the decision in the reader's hands, I think that also conveys my own confidence in my own product. I believe my books are good, and I think that confidence comes through and helps inform the reader. So, number 1, try to sell and sign your books at events where your kind of readers are likely to attend. 2, keep an eye on numbers and try to attend events where there are many of your type of readers in attendance but fewer authors so you don't get lost in the herd. And 3, have enough confidence in your own books that you can keep from doing a hard sell when the folks come to your table. If you can put those 3 things together, I have every reason to believe you'll do at least as well as I did this past weekend.